hazy here because there are a couple fires just west of us. But we are in Helena, beautiful Montana, and it is hazy, so we are not getting the sunrise. Still should be a pretty drive anyway. It's funny, both of our fuel stops are pretty much in the same spot. They're owned by the same people. One is Flying J and one is Pilot. Here we go.
In 1/4 of a mile, turn right onto Carter Drive.
They don't really have a lot of parking up in the Walmart for us to park, so we park along this back street here. Bump. Some people even come over here and park in the Big Box parking lot because Big Box isn't here anymore.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Prospect Avenue.
Not a lot going on in this particular area. To be honest with you, this particular area of
Now turn
Helena
right.
doesn't have much. There's a Pizza Hut, Burger King, and there's Walmart. It's mostly industrial, with a couple of floating casinos. Montana has a casino fetish. There's a casino on like every single corner of Montana.
In 1/2 of a mile, turn left to join Interstate 15 toward Interstate 15.
Boy, I wish we were going northbound though. Great Falls, Montana is one of my favorite places on earth. Such a beautiful drive. But now we're going to go to Butte. In the Old French. We're going to go to Butte in the Old French.
Now turn left to join the highway.
You go down that way, you're going right into the city of Helena. Certainly a lot more to do downtown than where we were just at. Big sharp turn to make. We are on the highway now.
In 1/4 of a mile, join the highway.
On the entrance ramp to the highway. Anyway.
Now join the highway. Follow the highway for 61 miles.
I waited till we got a little bit of sunlight because the animals here, they haven't evolved. We're coming back from Great Falls one morning. We left about 3 o'clock and hit a deer. We're on the side of the road for about 2 hours, or 3 hours. my days off when they're streaming, but it doesn't, I don't know when they're going to be streaming next. Tomorrow I think I'm going to do some retro rewind. I'm going to keep to it. I'm not going to do much co-op until I get the new computer, and That's the bottom line. The old computer can't handle it no more. She fought a valiant fight, let me tell you. That old computer fought a valiant fight. Still working. It's just, after the last Planet Crafter thing, she forced an update last time, which kind of screwed my stream up because here I am shutting down toward the end of the stream. It's like, wait, what? And then when she came back up, again, I was having problems getting everything to work. So I'm taking a pause on the co-op stuff. I've been really wanting to get into PUBG with Rogue Rabbit, and both times I've had available, I've had computer issues. So we're gonna nip that in the bud. We're just gonna hold off on doing anything co-op for the rest of the month, and probably the first part of next month. I've had some great streamers, and then I've had some not so great streamers. You know, if I gave up on the few streams that didn't go so well, well then, you know, I wouldn't serve anybody's time or support. Give a little prayer out to Memories for Meaning. She is wonderful I try to make it to a few streams a day. I'll catch everybody. Shuggy Paw was on the other day. I wasn't able to catch any of his. Just way early in the morning, I was rolling. Shuggy. Real life comes first. Anybody that's streaming has to understand that. Real life comes first. Now, I've said that quite a few times on this, and I mean it. Real life comes first. It's not a question of, well, let's put aside real life to stream or to put out content. She got burnt out. She put out her video. I don't know if she's taking a break or if she's just quitting completely. That's what I worry about some of the streamers, they stream every day. I worry that they're going to get burnt out. Every streamer will say the same, oh, I'm not going to get burnt out. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I don't know. The other day, I wasn't feeling it. I was just like, I don't feel like it today. Just now. Didn't feel like setting it up. Didn't feel like dealing with it. And I mean, that happens. That happens. I know someone that was streaming 6 hours a night. 6 hours a night. And they were doing it for over 2 years. And then finally he had to take a break from it. He doesn't stream near as much anymore. I mean, he still streams quite a bit, but it's not a case of every night. Not like he was doing. And there are a lot of us YouTubers that don't want to take a break because we're afraid we're going to lose our subscribers. Yeah, you're going to lose a couple subscribers here and there, but you're not going to lose your core audience. The people that actually watch your content. That isn't going to happen. They'll still be there when you come back. for a while I was doing really good, but things got busy. That real life ended up getting involved. Once that real life gets involved, you got to go with the flow. Just the way it is. If I ever do take a really, really, really long break, you know, so I'll let everybody know. See, I got to kind of build myself back up in the algorithm because I went down in the algorithm, and it's because I've been so busy that my content's not getting out as much. And again, that's my own fault. It's nobody's fault but my own. There for a while I was getting memberships right, or subscribers right and left. Now I'm getting a few subscribers at a time. Almost at a stalled point. Other truckers don't like this. Drive your truck, drive your truck. I'm not a super trucker, okay? I could easily let this truck just roll down the hill. Traffic is coming from the other way because they're going into Helena, or they're probably even going into Butte to go to work. And there's nothing passed by one car on the interstate. Yesterday was even quieter, being Sunday. There's the lights of the town pump. lottery tickets. 1 o'clock in the morning, they were all there to get lottery tickets. I ain't playing the lottery. I'm not waking up that early to get tickets to play the lottery. No way. Top is 65. That's as fast as I can go. Unless I'm going downhill, and then I can get a little bit faster. The company doesn't like that too much. So I try to keep it around 65. But when I get into twisties and turnies like this, I like to slow down for safety. I'm not in a rush. There's nothing that needs to get delivered today. This is just going home. And even if I was a fully loaded trailer, I'd do the same thing. The same thing. Rattlesnake shake through here, you know. That ore is high. I wonder why that ore got high. For there to be a high ore, right? off just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Most of these curves are 50-mile-per-hour curves. That is the suggested speed limit for a truck going on these roads. On a four-wheeler, you might be able to handle that a little bit better because you're closer to the ground and everything. But for a big old semi-truck, especially if you're top heavy, and I've been passed by semi-trucks going down this, or going around these very curves, going 60 and 70 miles per hour. Basin to me is one of those interesting little towns because it is way high up here. Coming through. And there's not much of a valley here. It's more of a break in the pass. There's the exit. I'd love to have a car and just drive, go into some of these places. That'd be neat. Got some horses out, a little bit of cattle over there. Couple of downtown-y looking buildings, but mostly homes. I don't think those downtown-y buildings probably have much of anything. Maybe a restaurant or a bar. Or another casino. Like I said, there's a casino on nearly every corner out here. Don't worry, folks, if you love to gamble, there's a casino within stone's throw. talking about the Boulder River. How do you pronounce it? How's it supposed to be pronounced? Every state has those towns, you know, you go into, and you pronounce it the way it's spelled, or you pronounce it the way you know it's supposed to be pronounced, and someone will jump the case and go, that's not how you say that. Excuse me, sir. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Now we're getting out of the more hazy area. That sun's coming up, the sky's turning pink. Or should I say peach? It's more of a peach color than it is a pink color. my video, Vico. Habit of driving is letting y'all see the same scenery over and over again. I'll be honest with you. 34 degrees out here in the Helena. So. I gotta turn my defroster on real quick because I'm fogging up. It's fogging up. Degrees and I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. bypass. Super Mario style. One up. Dun 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 dun.
Approaching the base station in 1.0 miles. In 1.5 mile, take the exit.
See, on the left side of the truck is the rocker. On the right side of the truck, there's no needle. On the left side
Approaching the base
of the
station in
highway
1.0
is the
miles.
pilot.
In 1/2 mile, take exit 122 for Conrad.
On the right, it's Flying J. It's something I don't know. But they're both town pumps. Town pump is like the big gas station chain out here. So, yeah. They're both town
Take the
pumps.
exit.
Okay, that says Exxon on it. But the side of the
In
building
1/4
says
of a mile,
it
enter
is
the
the
roundabout
town
and then
pump
you will arrive at your
sign.
destination.
We will be going to the Flying J side because, well, it's easy to get to. And these are about the
Now enter the
dumbest
roundabout and then you will arrive at your destination.
things in the world, especially for a semi-truck. These roundabout things, I have no use for them. Well, they help with traffic. They're an annoyance. Especially in an 18-wheeler. But that's going to be it for now. Hope you enjoyed the ride. See you on the other side. May your dreams bring you fortune. May love make you wealthy. This is the Goat, and I am signing off. Have a good day.